Building relationships is an important part of life when working with others. As an instructional coach, it is important to build healthy relationships with adult learners. According to Ashley 2015, these healthy relationships contribute to systemic and sustainable change because the relationships are supportive and positive, which allow for instructional coaches to teach educators. Before anyone can expect others to listen and respect them, it is important for a relationship to be built. The relationship should be built upon trust and understanding in order to achieve sustainable change. According to McGrath, 2019, one way to build trusting relationships is by being vocal about positive feedback. So, how do you think the lesson went?
I felt pretty nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Are there any things you noticed that you could help me out on?
Well, you did a great job breaking the lesson up into manageable parts. The students were engaged the entire time, and one reason is because you broke up the lesson and gave them pause points to think and discuss their learning.
Oh, thank you.
You also did a great job with behavior management. I noticed one student got up during your instruction, and the way you handled that situation was really great. You handled the situation being respectful, but also holding your students accountable for their learning. And that's a great way to build respect with your students.
Well, thank you very much. I definitely feel a lot more confident after our discussion. According
According to McGrath, 2019, another way to build trusting relationships is by eating lunch in the staff lounge.
Man, today was rough.
What happened?
Well, today's lesson didn't go as well as I wanted it to. Plus, I have students who didn't really understand the concept of what was being taught. Plus, I have a doctor's appointment after school today. So I feel like I don't have enough time to review for tomorrow's lesson.
Ugh, that's always so frustrating having to rethink a lesson. If it helps, I can drop by some resources by the end of the school day.
Oh man, I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
No problem. My job is to help you, so let me know if there's anything else I can do. And I hope everything goes well at your doctor's appointment today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. By
By being vocal about positive feedback, teachers can become more confident and trusting in their skills and relationship with their instructional coach. Eating lunch with the staff allows you to connect with staff members and help further develop positive relationships with the teachers, whether it's a conversation about school or their personal lives. Two strategies for communicating effective and descriptive feedback to teachers include recognizing the learner's life experience and telling stories. So, how was today?
Man, in all my years of teaching, I've never had a group of students that misbehaved as much as this one.
You've always had great behavior management, so I'm sure that's frustrating.
It is. I've tried everything.
In the past, what has been your go to behavior plan?
Well, I'm most comfortable with.
Recognizing that teachers come to the table with knowledge of teaching and expertise is important. Treating them with respect and acknowledging their experience is important.
So, how did you deal with behavior issues in your classroom?
Oh, I remember this one school year I had a wild group and I was at my wit's end. Sometimes I felt like giving up.
Man, sometimes I feel like that too. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Letting teachers know that you are human too can really make a difference in building relationships with teachers. We all have emotions, high times and low times. Sharing with others helps them see instructional coaches are people too.